So today is the 1st of Feb 2024. Interesting day. Not good, not bad, just interesting. So I'll tell you what happened. So I woke up, I'll be honest, the fear started creeping in again. Just the overall experience of getting started with the clients I wanted to do well, the fear of it started creeping in a little bit again. Again, I controlled it, I maintained it, I managed to sort of suppress it. And I'm just sort of learning and to exist with that fear and that anxiety a bit of like wanting to do well for the clients but not wanting. Yeah, it's obviously because I want to do well, it's because I care and I've never done it before. So it's a bit of like fear of the unknown and stuff. But today I suppressed it quite well. I contained it, learnt to exist with it instead of trying to fight it. And look, I'm lucky that my mum's a counsellor and she's good with all this psychological stuff and how to control it and all this stuff. So yeah, look, so she helped me, walk me through it. So I'm lucky that I've got good support in that sense from her and my dad. So I suppressed that, kept that calm. Then I had 3 sales calls today. So the first one, nice lady, was going good. Thought I'd be able to help her. Just had 0 budget, which again, fair enough. No budget, what can you do, I guess? And we just left it there. I just said, look, my strategy relies on a budget and I understand if you don't have that, but it does rely on it. So we're going to have to sort of part ways there. So we left it at that. Second one was really, really fucking weird. So this guy was like, so we joined, then his mic wasn't working, then he joined again. He sounded like he was outside. Then he joined and he's outside walking up and down out the side of his offices. And I was like, oh, like, have you got time for this, mate? And he was like, yeah, I've got time. I said, how long have you got? He said, 5 minutes. He was like, yeah, can you just tell me what you do? So I think he was just a tire kicker. I think he was like, yeah, I'm just really curious. So I think I just created a lot of curiosity on my emails and he's just used that to go, let me just see what he's talking about. And then obviously at the start when I went, look, I don't just pitch straight off the bat. I need to sort of find out about yourself, find out about your position and find out if what you're doing aligns with what I'm doing and if I can help you. I started shooting him off some questions and he just didn't really know what he was doing. He was a bit lost. But then he ran a marketing team. He runs a marketing team, right? So why do you need marketing if you run a marketing team? Interesting. Then I asked him, he's running an advert. Well, he stopped it now. He'd been running it for 2 months. They spent £2,000. He said they hadn't converted a single person. They didn't get a single person to work with him out of £2,000 worth of ads. And I was like, you're not still running that, are you? He was like, no, we just stopped it. I was like, okay, good. He was like, no, but it was a good ad, but it just needed to run for a bit longer. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, overall, he didn't know what he was doing. And I think he was just a tire kicker. So I told him, look, I don't think this is going to work. Or I said to him, I'll email you and because no, he had to go because his marketing team needed him back. So he started walking back into this building. He's like, look, I've got to go. The team's after me. He was like, send me a proposal and email. I was like, yeah, all right, mate, cool. Anyway, so that was gone. And then the third one didn't even turn up. Then she emailed me. But whilst I was on the call waiting for her, I watched some of her videos that she does on Facebook. Oh my God. Scared, like, I just didn't even, I know I prejudged her, but her videos were like, are you fearful? Do you have, she was like, literally like that. So I was like, fuck that, there's no way that's happening. So I ended the call. I emailed her just to say, sorry you couldn't join in case she tried to join, but turned out she couldn't join anyway. She emailed me saying, oh, sorry, like, I had a personal matter, can we reschedule? So I'm just going to ignore that. That was my sales call, so nothing came from that, just a bunch of fucking idiots. But again, like, I'm not emotionally connected. Before, that would have got me down, that would have annoyed me, that would have pissed me off, that would have been like, oh, I'm not up to par. But now I understand, I couldn't have helped them, I didn't want to help them. So it changes the whole dynamic of it because I'm not desperate to close people unless they actually fit with what I'm doing. And I know I'm not making tens of thousands of pounds yet, but still the ability to say no and the ability to walk away is important. So yeah, and like I say, actually going in there and thinking I actually need to help them, and if I can't, that's fine, and understanding that you're never going to close every deal because not every deal is going to suit who you're trying to help, then you lose that emotional tie to the sales call in the sense that it doesn't not that it doesn't matter, but you're not so reliant on the close. You're not so connected to the outcome. You're more connected to the helping the client, if you can help them. And that's how it should be. That's how you need to be on the calls, and it will help you tenfold. So that's that. And then I had my first onboarding call with this new strategy. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about it really. Like, this lady doesn't really know who she helps or how she helps them. We sort of got an idea, sort of like a targeting, but in general, she just, I don't know, like, she doesn't know the pain points of the people we're targeting. So I think it's going to mean me which is fine, but I'm going to need to do a lot more extra research to find out the issues within the niche and find out a bit more, because she doesn't understand the niche. I need to understand it more than her to be able to write the copy. So we've sort of nailed it down. I think it's okay. I don't know if I'm looking for too much detail, but I just want to make sure it works. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical of it in the sense that I don't know if it's going to work. But then again, the beauty of this whole thing is I've got my mentor. I can say to him, look, mate, I've got this lady. This is the copy I've come up with. This is her targeting. What do you think? So that gives me the calmness about it. So she's going to send me some content over and the copy. I'm going to write it all up. And then the next call, we've got a call a week's time to then set up the page and start doing the content. So it should be okay. And what's good is, funny enough, I've started writing I've started reading a copywriting book. So I can use that to help me as well. But yeah, that's where I am. Not as crazy today. Well, this is the other thing actually now. So 2 of the people I've signed on have gone AWOL. So one of them was messaging me and she was talking to me yesterday. She's now not responding to any of my WhatsApps, which I say any. I sent a message about 5-6 hours ago saying, you still joining me tomorrow? No response. She hasn't signed the agreement. And I don't know, she hasn't accepted the meeting invite, but then she didn't accept the invite for yesterday's sales call and she still turned up. So I guess I just need to wait and see, but I'm just not sure because she was messaging me the other day and now she's disappeared. So I'm hoping she doesn't go because she seemed like a good person. She's good on the camera. She knows what she's doing. She's fucking annoying. I'm hoping she does it. And the other lady said yes. We booked in a call. I sent her the agreement. I added her on WhatsApp. And yeah, she just hasn't got back to my WhatsApps, hasn't opened the messages. I've seen she's been online on WhatsApp, hasn't read my messages, hasn't come back, hasn't accepted the meeting invite, hasn't even looked at the agreement. So yeah, I don't know. So I might be too down now. I got 2 more yesterday. I might have lost them both. I don't know. But again, this is why you need fucking volume in sales, because this is what happens. People don't always convert and people don't always do what you want them to do in terms of like go ahead with it even when they've said yes, which is odd. And look, this has happened to me before. This isn't the first time. When I did a free trial for one of the estate agents, the woman said yeah, sent over the agreement, set up the onboarding call, then she just fucking disappeared. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping one of the 2 sort of stays on, but if not, then wasn't meant to be. What can I do? Not try to stay too attached to it. It's just a shame. And I just find it odd to say yeah and then jump off the call, if that makes sense, and not just be honest. Anyway, maybe it wasn't just meant to be. I think one of them's pretty much done, and I think the other one is like a 50-50 chance, so we'll see. But look, I've got 2 on, plus the crazy lady, plus the crazy client. They've all signed the agreements now. I've got my MMA coach. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help him. I need to look into that way more. I want to, but if I can't, I can't. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. So now I just need to get working on the copy, make sure it's good. And then tomorrow I'm meant to have 3 setup calls. I'll probably have 1, hopefully maybe 2. And I've got 1 more sales call. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. But yeah, that's my update for the day.